Hi YouTube, I wanted to make this video because there's something that touches me about veganism that I only really actually really paid attention to recently, and it's that the way that animals are kept in factory farms. So that now we all know factory farming is cruel, but people don't really actually really think about it. I mean, you can show someone images and it's like they're like, oh, that's horrible, that's awful. Their last moments are, they're getting kicked around through the slaughterhouse and then they're killed. That's terrible. And then they go on with their day and forget all about that factory farming terrible images that they saw, or they remember it sometimes and then they think, oh, maybe I'll do something else. But the this is what people aren't seeing sometimes, is the fact that, I mean, if you really go look and you see what a pig's what a pig, or actually any of these animals, I'm just going to use a pig because Joey Carbstrong showed a pig farm recently. So this is what it is. It's a pig, and it's trapped in a cage that's barely big enough for its body. And there's shit everywhere. There's dead piglets around because they just didn't make it. Um, Now you can say, "Oh, that's horrifying," and a lot of people are just gonna be like, "Yeah, that's terrible." But what people aren't really connecting, and I wasn't even fully really connecting this until I kind of watched that, is that just think about the fact that that is their entire life. Really think about that. Imagine that instead of what you're doing now, you have been trapped in a cage for your entire life that's barely big enough for your body, and it smells like shit because you all you can do is just shit on the floor. Um, Sometimes someone comes over and rapes you, uh, and then forces you to have babies in the same scenario, and they go through the exact same thing. That's what your kids will be having to look forward to. And understand that this is an individual's life. That's their entire conscious experience. Really think about that. You're paying to imprison an animal in its own feces, and it gets raped sometimes. Put this in a human context. Why, and tell me why there's a difference. How is there a difference between doing that to a pig, which are very intelligent actually, and doing that to a human? Why is it unethical to do that to humans, but it's not, but it's ethical to do it to a pig? Why? For what reason? It's just as shitty either way. Both of these experiences are going to be horrible. And if you and you just imagine, oh, I could only be a human, so it can't happen to me. Well, what if you were a pig? What if you died and you found out, oh, wow, everything I believed was wrong and karma's real, and now you're a pig trapped in a fucking cage? And even if you can't imagine that karma is the case, why would you want to do that to something else? Why would you pay for its imprisonment? And then, and then understand that not only are you paying for the imprisonment of this pig, this happens by the hundreds of billions every year. That's what we're paying for. Hundreds of billions of animals to be imprisoned in a shitty little cage for their entire lives. How can you justify yourself in that? How can you justify that? How can you claim you are a good person? You can't. As long as you support and pay for that, you cannot claim that you are a good person. It's false imprisonment, it's rape, it's torture, it's murder. At the end of the day, it's every crime that we should hate. And just because it's done on animals doesn't mean that it's any less horrible than doing it to humans. A human has just as much capacity as a pig to feel the suffering of that experience. So if you don't think it's okay to do it to humans, why do you think it's okay to do it to pigs? So, yeah, really make that connection. Lifetime imprisonment by the hundreds of billions every year. Torture, murder. That's what you're paying for. That's what you're supporting. It's what you fundamentally, ethically agree with. And you say you're a good person. I don't believe you.